nominated by Saul Vargas. Mr. Campbell is being recognized by Eduardo Jimenez and Ty Clark. Mr. Clark is recognized by DJ Hodson, Jaime Lopez, Alex Walter, and Christian Blitz. Mr. Gombeski is recognized by Carter Schultz and Christian Mota. Mr. Mays is recognized by Anthony Gonzalez. Mr. Smith is being recognized by Caden Bonout. Mr. Son is recognized by Thomas Mueller and Antonio Wong. Mr. Soto is recognized by Connor Pajmakar. Mr. Terrell is recognized by Ricky Johnson.
And you got to get one of Bubba.
Mrs. Tarnalvecchi is being recognized by Warren Wu.
That's the page right there. Exactly, yeah.
Ms. Halpert is being recognized by James Ventura. Ms. Moreno, recognized by Emmett Brown. Ms. Rozzi, being recognized by Braden Wellong. And finally, Ms. Siever, being recognized by Adrian Ojeda.
I talked to Coach Ed.
We would also like to recognize all San Marcos High School staff on campus. Thank you for your dedication, teachers.
You know what? And he's still got the beautiful hair.
But he's like
Totally, he's getting tall.
he used to be a little kid.
I know. Yeah, we got to make sure we film him a couple times. And you can comment on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to recognize tonight's officiating staff for this CIF matchup. Referee Ted Scheiss, umpire Randy Griffith, headlinesman Brandon Shaw Sideno, line judge Brad Sheen, and back judge Ben Bosoli.
It's a pretty bitchin' shot, gotta admit.
Look at that. It's even better. No red in it now. Yeah, the daughter's here somewhere.
He's doing a little tracking.
Yeah. Her nurse is like right over there.
Well, it's accurate for about 30 seconds. We're using Find My Phone.
Yeah.
Phone together. Still tracking.
Good, yes. We still track Ted.
He's kind of warmed up to it, but you know, all he has to do is all he has to do is pay for his phone.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I think I've seen that guy. Yeah, right behind the cheerleader. Hey, could you not, lady?
What can you do?
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, San Marcos High School and the CIF require good sportsmanship and positive behavior of student athletes, cheerleaders, band members, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Please be mindful of your language and actions at all times and treat others with dignity and respect. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions, especially concerning race, gender, or ethnicity, directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for immediately removal from the school.
Great.
We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe, inclusive, and positive game environment.
Yeah, you knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I know they prayed on my downfall. I know they prayed on my downfall. On Martin, yeah, I stood.
Over? No. That's why it's like there's reliefs.
Yeah.
To keep it from going too far.
I gotcha. Okay.
Like
What about your drink though? You know, you got the Coke up here or something?
Thankfully, I've never had that bad. Anything's possible.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about it. All right.
It's almost time.
What about a breath of wind blows the snow?
That's a problem. If I don't have the headsets on it,
I said right foot, creep over, mother with that keep it warm. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Get some bad, walk down, face on with that heat. Look good, I love that your feature, I don't know where to sit. Stress me when I can't sleep, back on when I see you. Get with me, you can't sleep, we got into the sea shoot. You won't have no catch me, range your shit soon as they face you. You won't have no space, me and your section to these plays. You put your man some, if they come on. She was like, close the door, we just gon' walk down. They said we did wrong, but we not come on. But if you got legged to that's his fault. Use your anger, get it out. At all calls and call me spouse. Keep that bitch inside my drawers. Over time, I walk the dog. I want you to hit me so serious. You throw a diss and you get tossed.
Good evening and welcome to the San Marcos Stadium and the Maverick Football Network for tonight's contest between the La Costa Canyon Mavericks and the San Marcos Knights. My name is Steve Scoville, and along with the video crew, our crack video crew, Jill Berg, Coco, and Bubba, here we are in San Marcos on an awesomely beautiful night for football. Glad you could join us. The clouds are unbelievable. Whatever image you see on your TV or your computer screen or your phone does not do the image justice for what we're seeing here live. It is absolutely gorgeous. The colors in the sky are amazing. But let's talk football because we're not here for the sky. We're here for football. But first of all, we want to talk about sponsors. We have some awesome sponsors this year that have joined us to stand behind the team and we'd like to give them some props now. In the Platinum category, starting out with a brand new sponsor this season, DPT Gaspar, Doctors of Physical Therapy. Our second brand new sponsor of the year, NJB of Encinitas. Also in the Platinum category, brand new this year, Moose Maw and C2 Financial Corporation. And another new sponsor, Schaefer Family Law Group, also in the Platinum category. Returning for probably a 5-year run, maybe less, maybe more, not sure, Vladin Trifunovic, Vlad the agent for State Farm. And a sponsor that joined us in the shortened COVID season last spring, and they're back again, 0 Point Loans and Brian Reynolds. I'd like to thank all those Platinum sponsors. Now I'd like to read to you the lists of other sponsor categories. In the Gold category, Joshua's Pest Control. In the Green category, Breeze Mill Farm, Longevity Physical Therapy, Sports Clips, City Ballet of San Diego. And in the Blue category, Beam Orthodontics, Jeffrey Schaefer DDS, Bicor, City Ballet of SD, Darcy Capital, Dick's Sporting Goods, EOS, Flippin' Pizza, Frederick's Electric, Jersey Mike's, Jody Gunderson and Earl Curtis, Malloy's Fine Jewelry, Ping, Randy Jolson College Consulting, Seaside Wealth Management, and Yummy Cupcakes. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors for standing behind the team and helping us out throughout the season. And also would like to let you know, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor or finding out more about our sponsors, all you need to do is go to the lccfootball.com website and click on the Our Sponsors tab. Right there you'll find all the information you need to become a sponsor, and you can also visit the websites of our current sponsors. So check that out whenever you get a chance. And once again, thank you to our sponsors. So you are here to witness LCC versus San Marcos. Let's talk about these two teams and how they match up. San Marcos coming into this game currently 0-4. LCC coming into the game 1-3. So clearly we have two teams that are in a bit of a struggle, at least for the time being, at the beginning of the season here. San Marcos last week lost to Oceanside 40-20, and LCC last week lost to Mission Hills 41-0. So both teams coming from some pretty painful losses. LCC's only notch in the win column came against Vista in week 2. And of course, San Marcos looking for their first win of the season. So let's talk about how these teams have matched up in past seasons. In the spring season of this year, LCC and San Marcos matched up, and San Marcos took the win, but it was only a 2-point win. The final score of that game was 9-7. The year previous, 2019, pre-COVID, LCC with the 3-point win, 35-32 over San Marcos. And if we go all the way back to 2018, LCC took the loss that year, 12-8. So the team's kind of trading things off, and if you follow that pattern, that would suggest that we're looking at a potential Maverick win tonight, but you never know. We're not sure. It's certainly, as overall records are concerned, 0-4 for San Marcos, 1-3 for LCC. We're not exactly sure how that plays into tonight's contest, but like I said, both teams seem to be struggling a little bit here at the beginning of their season. So we'll see how things transpire. So we got the national anthem coming up. The color guard is down on the field waiting for their cue as the teams continue to warm up. Looks like the San Marcos band is in the house. They've got everything from horns to congas and a drum set. LCC is celebrating Neon Night, so if you look across the field into the stands towards the right-hand side, you're right. You'll see several people in neon colors. That's the LCC student section. And San Marcos is celebrating Hawaiian Night. or something along those lines. Tropical night. I'm seeing a lot of Hawaiian prints and leis and things like that. So very colorful game tonight with the neon and the Hawaiian prints and things like that. But anyway, I think we're looking for a really good contest tonight under a nearly full moon and a really beautiful cloud-filled sky or partially cloud-filled sky. And you're watching the Maverick Football Network, and we're so stoked to have you on board. We hope you enjoy the stream tonight, and we'll step aside for the national anthem and the coin toss and all that stuff, and then we'll get things started. Thanks for joining us. You're watching the Maverick Football Network.
Look at Bonnie. She's right here in the middle of the stage. Right here. Okay, listen up, please. We want to be able to have an amazing time tonight. And what, hey, I'm gonna wait. Thanks, guys. Here's what I need from all of you guys. One, I love the energy. That's like one of my favorite things. What I absolutely need from you is we cannot have a mosh pit or any crowd surfing, any of that kind of stuff. It's not okay. If it happens, then we have to take that person out. And you don't want your friend to be, taken out. So please help us out. I mean that. In a little bit, we're going to be doing the national anthem. And we have some guidelines that we need you to follow. So I want to be able to play music, so let me say this real quick. So let's quiet down. When the national anthem is, we stand with our we take our hats off, and we are quiet so that we can hear our national anthem singer and give her our utmost respect, because she's singing in front of thousands of people, right? So we're going to support her in that way. So we're just going to listen and really support her.
Entering the field, the San Marcos Knights running out of their tunnel and up to their student section that are clearly happy to see them.
2021 San Marcos High football team.
And I will say, in preface to the game coming up here, we're up in the crow's nest, and so are the speakers for the PA announcers for San Marcos. So there's going to be a little bit of competition as far as volume goes. So we'll do the best we can to try and make room for all of it. There's our neon crowd on the opposite side of the field for LCC. And I would think at some point here we'll be seeing the football team enter in, but I don't know where they're going to be coming from, to be honest with you. And we may end up doing the color guard before that. Not sure. Oh, there they go. LCC coming in across the field. And there's the LCC crowd, student section cheering it up. And of course the San Marcos student section booing it up on this side. I feel like I've been to 100 million football games. I can never remember if it's coin toss and then national anthem or the other way around, because the color guard has literally been standing there at attention for like a half hour. But I believe it's coin toss first. Try and give you an idea who we'll be seeing coming out for each team. Looks like it's going to be Ty Clark, Ricky Johnson, number 66. Emmett Brown, number 9. And I'm looking for another number I can't quite see yet. Caden Vonot is number 44. And there may be others, but I'm struggling to see the numbers at the moment. LCC sending out
Tonight's captains for the coin toss: Emmett Brown.
I'll let
Ty
the PA
Clark,
announcer do it. He knows
Ricky
what's going on.
Johnson, Carter Schultz, James Ventura, and Caden Bonau.
Lots of photographers on the field getting shots of the coin toss. Definitely see Ethan Sherman out there for LCC. LCC wins the toss and defers. And so San Marcos is going to receive the kickoff in the first half here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We're also looking at 65. Andrew Prentice was out there.
please stand and remain standing until the colors have been retired from the field.
And we'll step aside for the national anthem as the color guard enters the field. You're watching the Maverick Football Network. And with that, let's play some football here in San Marcos. The LCC Mavericks taking on the San Marcos Knights. First quarter action coming your way shortly. You're watching the Maverick Football Network.
Set to kick off for LCC, number 32,
Bobby Major in to kick for LCC, back deep for San Marcos. I'll tell you as soon as I can figure out what their numbers are.
Number 15, Jace Nix. Number 16, Joshua Ball.
There you go. Don't even need to tell you. Jace Nix and Joshua Ball. And the kick is off and the game is started. Fielded at the 5. Running around to the right-hand side. Gets a block. Misses a block or misses a tackle. All the way up to the 23-yard line. So a solid return for San Marcos.
15-yard return by number 15, Jace Nix.
15 yards for number 15. And that's how the game starts.
Tackled by number 70, Flood, and number 25, Goering.
So like we talked about in the pregame, San Marcos entering this game 0-4. LCC with a single win and 3 losses. So both teams would love to have a win at the end of this one. Snap and a handoff. Maybe a gain of 1 and the whole pile is there. Everybody but the LCC safeties in on the tackle.
Ball carried by number 44, Caden Bonout, fighting for about a 3-yard gain.
Looks like 2 on the play, so that'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Stopped by a host of
You'll see the big signs in the foreground there. San Marcos using large signs with different images on them to bring in their plays, to call in their plays from the sidelines. Flag on the play. Sounds like the referee was at a party last night and screaming too much. Lost his voice a little bit. But false start is the call anyway. Back them up 5 yards, so erase all the gains they got in that last play. Back to pass. Thrown a little bit ahead of his receiver. Incomplete pass. Intended receiver number 16, Joshua Ball.
Number 16, Joshua Ball. Pass was incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Looks to me like Carter Schultz is getting the start tonight, number 11. Senior, 6'3", 200 pounds. San Marcos rushing up to the line of scrimmage. Schultz in the shotgun. Wide receivers to his left and right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking right. Throws a bullet right up the middle, but our coverage was right there. Number 25, Rowan Grung, right there. Smacking number 15, Jace Nix. If he did have the ball, he'd have dropped it, but he didn't end up taking it with him. So That's going to bring out the punt team for San Marcos already. So a quick 3 and out. Christian Reynolds and I don't know who 34 is. He's not on my roster. Punt is off. It's short and high. Fair catch at the 48. And that's where LCC will take over, 1st and 10. And I'm sorry, I do not know who 34 is. That's a shame.
By 34 of the Mavericks, James Theodore.
James Theodore, it says. Okay, that's what the... So apparently the PA announcer has a newer roster than me. So LCC 1st and 10 from the San Marcos 48-yard line. Under center, handoff to Christian Reynolds. Not a whole lot of room available. Looked like Connor Anicherico in at quarterback.
With no gain by number 24, Jacob Crane of the Knights.
Beautiful night in San Marcos. A little bit of chill in the breeze, but certainly not winter weather yet. Connor Anicherico with wide receivers on both sides, but he chooses to hand off up the middle is Christian Reynolds for a gain of about 5.
Hand off to number 4,
That
Reynolds.
looked like a gain of 4. So that's going to bring up 3rd and
Brought down
6.
by number 52, Christian
Now on
Lota.
the 44-yard line of San Marcos.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Mavericks.
In the shotgun this time. Flags flying. San Marcos pointing at LCC, and that's exactly what it is. False start against LCC. Going to back them up 5 yards. Still 3rd down. So 3rd and 11 now.
False start backs up the Mavericks another 5. Makes it 3rd and a long 10.
Anicherico in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Was back to pass, but hands it off to Christian Reynolds, who's got the 1st down and then some, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. Touchdown, LCC. And just like that, first blood drawn by the Mavericks.
Hand off to number 4, Christian Reynolds for a large gain. Stopped out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Oh, I thought it was in.
Goal for La Costa Canyon.
Out of bounds at the 2-yard line, so no touchdown, at least not yet. But a heck of a run for Christian Reynolds. .905 left in the first quarter, and LCC looking to draw first blood. I gave him credit before it was due. And Anicherico takes a snap, flips it off, and looks like it's in. I can't see who's got it. Maybe not. Yes, no, hello. Touchdown Mavericks. Nope. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's
Short run
going
by
on.
Number 23 for the Mavericks. Touchdown.
My goodness. Craziness. Bobby Major in for the extra point attempt.
32, Bobby Aguirre. Back for the PAT.
Kick is up. Solid. And LCC does end up drawing first blood on the board with 7. San Marcos holding at 0. 8:59 left in the first quarter. And this is certainly the way LCC wants to look in this game. So a quick 3 and out for San Marcos at the beginning of this quarter. Punting it away to LCC, who started on the San Marcos 48-yard line and marched all the way down the field. Certainly with the assistance of Christian Reynolds, probably about a 20-yard run, maybe even longer, on a pitch, a little shovel pitch. And that's how we are where we are. Bobby Major, PA announcer's calling him McGuire. I'm pretty sure that's not right, but I don't know what the correct pronunciation is. Maybe that's the downside of not having the chat. I can't ask somebody to tell me how to pronounce it. Kick is away. It's a bit of a squib. Fielded at the 15-yard line. Found a little bit of a line around the right-hand side, but eventually pushed out of bounds around the 30-ish.
10-yard return by number 6, Thomas Miller.
So a 10-yard return. Thomas Miller, number 6 on that. Pushed out of bounds.
Danny Doherty.
Shoved out of bounds by Danny Doherty. And that's where San Marcos is going to take over. And that's where they're going to start, I should say, 1st and 10. From their own 27-yard line. Shotgun snap, hand it off. Good amount of room, almost enough for a first down. Looks like a gain of about 8.
Handoff to number 44, Caden Vonout.
Caden Vonout, we've seen his number called before. And it looks like maybe we're looking at a change in quarterback again, possibly? No. Still Carter Schultz and number 11, I believe. In the shotgun, takes the snap. It's a little bit wild. And LCC sniffed it out, snuffed it out. They sniffed it out and then snuffed it out. So that's a tackle for a loss of about 4. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 or 3rd and a long 5. Skylar Briggs on the stop. I don't know if that was a botched handoff or if it just didn't turn out the way they wanted it to. Or if LCC knew what was going to happen and they just decided to make it not happen. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Schultz in the shotgun. 1 man in the backfield with him. Looks like they're trying for the hard count. Maybe he's going to go under center now. Checking their wrist printouts to determine what it is they're supposed to be doing. Snap, back to pass. Looking to the left, he's got overthrown. He had a man over on the left-hand side, but not fast enough. Number 1, Nolan Cummings.
Pass intended for number 1.
Coverage from Anthony Taylor, number 23 on LCC. So that's once again another quick
Brings up 4th down.
3 and out. As San Marcos has got their punt team on the field again. And once again, deep for LCC, Christian Reynolds and whoever 34 was last time around. Taylor, maybe, I remember. And fielded. Nope, not fielded. Now fielded and brought down at the 21-yard line is number 34. And that's where LCC will start.
LCC returner brought down immediately by 85, Nate Shakenborg.
So LCC drawing first blood already with 7 on the board, looking to do it again. But this time they've got much worse field position. Last time they started out on the San Marcos 48. This time they're starting out on their own 22. So they got a little bit more ground to cover this time around with 7:04 left in the first quarter. 2 wideouts to the left and to the right. Looks like maybe a quarterback change. Handoff up the middle. Couple of yard gain for Christian Reynolds. This might be
Kozar.
Kyle McCormick in at quarterback. It is. So Anna Cherico switched to Kyle McCormick as LCC's looking at 2nd and 5 from their 28-yard line, looks like. Once again, twin wideouts to the left and right. One man in the backfield with McCormick. Looks like there's some discussion going on, some adjustments. And it's timeout LCC called by head coach Sean Sovacool in his 11th year this year. Going up against Coach Derek Stank here at San Marcos. Coach Stank in technically his 2nd year. 2019 is when he showed up on the scene and has only had that 2019 season followed by the shortened spring COVID season or pandemic season. And now seeing his 2nd full season in action. As head coach Sean Sovacool has sorted things out with his squad. Switch in the setup. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 man in the backfield. It's a snap, shotgun handoff. Christian Reynolds to the right. Looks like a gain of about 3 maybe. Bringing up 3rd and 1, 3rd and a long one. As the clock continues to tick down here in the first quarter. Less than 6 minutes left. As the Mavericks run to the line of scrimmage. Under center, McCormick takes it, keeps it, looks like. Being pushed forward by the crowd. A little bit of chippiness there on the field. But no laundry.
Quarterback keeper by
So
Kyle
first down, LCC after the keeper.
With the push will move the chains. First down for the Mavericks.
All the way up to their own 34, 33-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Twin wideouts to the left and right. We've seen this. 1 man in the backfield with Anna Cherico now in at quarterback. Takes the shotgun snap. Back to pass. Looking left. Finding nobody, but starts to take off running. Doesn't get very far as he's brought down at the 29 for a loss of about 5, maybe 4 yards.
Met in the backfield and brought down by number 52, Christian Moto
Brings up
for a loss.
2nd and 14.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
It's
for
a
the Mavericks.
different progress than we had the first series, where LCC started at the San Marcos 48 and basically just blitzed down to the end zone. LCC struggling a little bit to get out of this part of the field. Anna Cherico takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Christian Reynolds, who is looking for another long run around the side, but did not get it. And LCC now looks like they're trying to run a no-huddle offense. Didn't get enough to get the first down yet, so it's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, handoff, up the middle. Christian Reynolds again for a gain of about 3.
Mavericks go to the hurry up. Short gain by number 4, number Reynolds.
All the way up to the
Brought down by number
36-yard line.
Gio Mota.
Not enough for the first down. It's looking at 4th and 7. And the punt team for LCC has entered the field.
Brings up 4th and 6 for the Mavericks.
Back deep. Joshua Ball. Nope, that's Jace Nix. Timeout San Marcos. Is LCC with 3:26 left in the first quarter about to punt it away, as they weren't able to do anything with their possession in that series. San Marcos defense reading things well this time around.
Just a reminder, Knights fans, the snack bar is open. And make sure and pick up your night's program, available for $10, cash or Venmo. I've just been informed we sold out a program, so thank you for sponsoring San Marcos Knights football.
LCC into punt. I can't see the number. Snap is good. Punt is up. No pressure. That's a nice punt. Gonna bounce it about the 31-yard line. And it took a very San Marcos favorable bounce, but thankfully it was out of bounds by that time, so it didn't matter. So 31-yard line is where the Knights will take over. 1st and 10. And I'm sure hoping to do something more than they've done in the first 2 series that they've had the ball so far. 3:18 left in the first quarter. LCC celebrating Neon Night. You can see the student section in the background of your shot right now, the colorful shirts. And San Marcos celebrating some kind of a tropical or Hawaiian night. So lots of color in the stadium tonight. Snap is bobbled and dropped. Pressure comes, but nothing doing. Loss of about 4, maybe 5. Carter Schultz bobbled the snap and then picked up the bobbled snap. Tried to do something with it, was not able to do anything. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 14. In the shotgun is Carter Schultz, takes the snap, back to pass, looking to his right, throwing long, and it's grabbed right by the sideline all the way up to the 43-yard line is the reception.
Pass from Carter Schultz.
And I'm going to say that's number 16, Joshua Ball. Nope, 10, Christian Etheridge brings that one in right by the sidelines. C.J. Williams on the coverage, taking him out of bounds. 1st and 10 for San Marcos, and a huge gain well past the midfield line. San Marcos seeing their first action on LCC's side of the field. Shotgun snap again, handoff up the middle. Looks like it's Caden Vonot again. And he's brought down, but not before he could gain probably 3 yards. 4 yards even, or 5. Based on the spot, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Twin wideouts on the left and right for San Marcos, and 1 man in the backfield with Carter Schultz. Takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass, throwing right across the middle, cannot bring it in. He was wide open and had at least 2 steps on the coverage, but was not able to bring that one in. That would have surely been a touchdown.
Just out of the hands of Christian Etheridge.
So Christian Etheridge, the intended receiver, number 10 again, but not able to bring it in this time. So lucky for LCC, because that certainly would have been a touchdown. Takes the snap, back to pass. Had a man open on the 30-yard line, but the coverage was solid from 38. Cooper Durfee, intended receiver, looks like again was Etheridge. But was not able to. Well, I called that one wrong. Warren Wu, the intended receiver, but I did not see number 43 over there. But doesn't matter, incomplete pass brings up 4th and 5, and San Marcos is going for it. Back to pass, room to run, plenty of room. Trucks number 3 and almost goes in, but he's got the first down all the way up to the 15 or 16 yard line. So he couldn't find anybody open, so he took off on his own and he had lots of room to run. And it looks like it's up to the 18-yard line of LCC. And that's a fresh set of downs now for San Marcos.
Knight's first down.
So the big run for Carter Schultz, who takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Gain of about 3, looks like, for
Carried by number 44,
Caden Vonop. San Marcos knocking on the door now into the red zone on the 15-yard line now. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 7. Snap, hands off to 44 again, who finds more running room and enough for the first down. So that's going to be 1st and goal from about the 6-7 yard line. So San Marcos penetrating LCC's defense.
Another strong carry by 44, Caden Vonau.
LCC needing to find a way to stop the run game. And that's enough to end the quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings
So
the first quarter to a close.
we've got a score of 7-0, but LCC is trying to keep San Marcos out of the end zone. At least they did for the first quarter. So now we're looking at the second quarter, and San Marcos knocking on the door. You're watching the Maverick Football Network.
Just a reminder, be sure and visit our Spiritware booth right next to the snack bar. They take cash and credit cards. Get your Knights gear there.
On behalf of our Crack Video crew, Jill Bird, Coco, Bubba, and myself, Coco currently delivering the visuals under the tutelage of Jill Berg, and Bubba providing the end zone camera that you guys don't get to see, but boy, is he good at it. So starting out with second quarter action, San Marcos on the LCC 8-yard line, 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Snap, handoff. Caden Vonau found a little bit of room, not where he was supposed to, but eventually all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, San Marcos.
44, Caden Vonau bounces outside for a San Marcos touchdown.
So the LCC lead is short-lived, lasted a quarter. San Marcos on the board. Another solid run by Caden Vonau. LCC's got to figure out a way to stop Mr. Vonau. In the meantime, San Marcos in to attempt the point after. Kick is up. And good.
Point by number 17, Charlie Rosenthal is good.
Charlie Rosenthal's extra point attempt is good, and that brings us to a tie ball game, 7-7. 11:52 left in the second quarter. You're watching the Maverick Football Network. Getting ready to kick off is San Marcos. as we showed you a little bit more of LCC's neon night.
Number 46, Jake DeBora.
As Jake DeBora handles the kicking duties. And he's launched a big one all the way into the 3-yard line. Fielded by C.J. Williams, is looking for somewhere to go, but he got tripped up and hung on to right at the 15-yard line.
Returned by number 9.
So that's where
C.J.
LCC will
Williams.
start with their 1st and 10.
Brought down by number 24, Jacob Crane. And 28, Chase.
C.J. Williams, a freshman for LCC on the return. As LCC starts off on their own 16-yard line. Twin wideouts to the left and right. One man in the backfield with, looks like, McCormick again. Handing off up the middle. A gain of about 4, maybe 3.
Ball carried by number 45.
Looked like number 45 on that carry, Jaden Tackett. LCC going with the no huddle. Hand off again up the middle for another 3 or 4 yards. And that's Tackett again on the carry. So that brings up 3rd and 3 from the 24-yard line. 23 and a half, something like that.
Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Mavericks.
Kyle McCormick in at quarterback. Wideouts to either side. 2 men in the backfield. This time McCormick under center. Takes the snap and hands it off. Running off the tackle on the left-hand side is again Tackett. This time enough for the first down as the chains move. 10:30 left in the second quarter as LCT is plodding down the field 3 yards at a time. Doesn't matter. However you get down the field is how you get down the field. Twin wideouts to the left and right. One man in the backfield with McCormick. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws to his right-hand side in the flats. Looking for somewhere to go. Tackled at the 34-yard line is the receiver, whose number's all squished up. And I couldn't tell you. Maybe 3? I don't know. There you go, number 19, Nick Schwarte on the reception. Gain of about 6 or 7, so 2nd and 3 now for LCC. Like I said, plodding down the field. Doesn't have to be huge gains, just got to be gains. Handoff again to, looks like Tackett, and he's got enough for the first down again. All the way up to the 38-yard line. Was that? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Tackett. So that's enough for a first down as the chains slide on down the sidelines. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 38. McCormick running in from the sidelines with the play from Sovacool. Shotgun snap, looked like that was maybe a muffed handoff. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 83 on the far left-hand side, Ryan Leung. Little bit ahead of him, couldn't quite reel it in. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for LCC. San Marcos student section singing it out as LCC sends wideouts to the left and right. One man in the backfield with McCormick. Takes the shotgun snap, hands it off. Looked like to tack it again, and he got right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nope, that was Christian Reynolds that time, number 4. Nothing doing for Christian Reynolds on that one. 3rd and 10 now for LCC.
Tackled by a slew of Knights, led by number 22, Emmett Hansen. Brings up a long third down. 3rd and 10 for the Mavericks.
McCormick in the shotgun, man in motion. That's Schwarte. Takes the shotgun snap, back to pass. Checks his reads, looks to the right, finds Christian Reynolds open right over the line of scrimmage, and he's got enough for a first down. The 3rd down conversion is complete. Move the chains again. LCC taking time on this particular series, not rushing down the field at 30 yards at a clip, and instead going the shorter route. So looking at 1st and 10 from the 50 is LCC. This is Anna Cherico now in at quarterback. Snap, handoff. Looks like Tackett again up the middle. Gain of about 3. Up to the San Marcos 47. Nope, maybe it was Reynolds. Sorry, my bad. Christian Reynolds on the carry. I just see a 4 and jump to conclusions, I guess. 7:23 and counting left in the second quarter. As LCC's crossed the midfield line, looking at 2nd and 8 from the San Marcos 48. Anna Cherico in the shotgun, takes the snap, back to pass. Looking to the right-hand side, he's got a man open and caught right by the sidelines. Looks like Ryan Leung, maybe. Maybe.
Pass to number 83, Ryan Leung.
Yep, looks like that was right. And LCC going with the no huddle.
Knocked out of bounds by number 23, Ty Clark.
Enough for the first down all the way up to the 36-yard line of San Marcos. Shotgun snap, handing it off up the middle again, Christian Reynolds. Gain of about 6.
4, Christian Reynolds.
So LCC looking at 2nd and 4 now from their own, from the San Marcos 30.
Ty Clark of the Knights.
Snapping the handoff again to Christian Reynolds, who's got room. Finally brought down. He gets, it looks like a gain of about 10. So that's enough for the first down as well. So first downs for everybody. You get a first down, you get a first down. Or at least that's the way it's going for LCC right now. Once again with a no huddle, Anna Chirico with Christian Reynolds to his right. Fakes the handoff, looking to his right. Throwing, it's got a man open and caught. Brought down at the 13-yard line, and that's
83.
Ryan Leung again.
On the catch.
Going with the no huddle. Nope, they're going with a huddle. So taking their time now as they're in the red zone. So LCC in the red zone, knocking on the door, as they say, or as I say.
Bring up a short 2nd 3.
Looks like McCormick back in at quarterback. Takes the snap, hands it off. Christian Reynolds up the middle. He's blown dead at the 9-yard line. Looked like his knee went down. He thought maybe it didn't, so he kept running.
Tripped up by number 24, Jacob Prey.
But LCC now looking at 1st and goal from the 9. LCC refusing to lay down and accept a tie. They're knocking on the door again. McCormick in. Shotgun snap. Handoff up the middle, and nobody touched him. Number 27, Henry Verco, maybe?
Handoff to number 27, Henry Verco.
Touchdown, LCC.
Cost a touchdown.
Bobby Major in for the extra point attempt. Bobby the kicker. Coco says Bobby the kicker. He doesn't know how to pronounce his last name either. It's a sad state of affairs. Kick is up, and it's good. LCC adding to the lead, 14-7. And that's with 4:58 left in the second quarter.
Left in the half. That brings our score to La Costa Canyon 14, San Marcos Knights 7.
And LCC's once again in the lead. They held that first lead 7-0 in the first quarter for the entire first quarter. But then shortly into the second quarter, San Marcos slapped back and tied the game at 7. Now LCC running down the clock in the second quarter, using a lot of time on that series as they marched down the field and scored. I wish I had like a statistician that could tell you how long the series was and how many plays. I'm going to say it took a long time and it was a lot of plays. And it resulted in a touchdown, and that's the most important thing. Bobby Majora in for the kickoff duties. Deeps for San Marcos. Jace Nix. And I can't see the other guy's number. Ugh. I need some binoculars. No, I checked into the binoculars. They don't work with glasses. But it's Nix to receive the ball at the 5. He's looking for somewhere to go and got away from one tackle all the way up to the 34-yard line before he's brought down by everybody in the Mavericks team. LCC thought they might have picked up the ball on a fumble and ran it all the way back, but it was not a fumble. So a solid return for San Marcos all the way up to the 33-yard line. And it took pretty much every Maverick on the field to bring him down. So San Marcos Knights looking at 1st and 10 from 33. 4:47 left in the second quarter of play. Carter Schultz still in at quarterback. He's got wideouts on both sides and one man in the backfield with him. It's the Caden Vonot hour. It has been. But not this time as he's back to pass. He's under pressure. Rolls to his right and throws. Had a man sort of open, but the throw was short. Number 29, the intended receiver, Dylan O'Neill. So the ball fell short of O'Neill and bounced off the turf. So that's incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. But good pressure from LCC to flush Schultz out of the pocket and force him to find somewhere else to go. Schultz in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to his left. He's hit hard in the backfield by number 50 with a solid sack. Skylar Briggs on the sack. So the snap is almost like the snap came back and hit Schultz in the shoulder pads and bounced around in his hands. Or no, maybe it was even he was attempting to pass and he hit something and the ball ended up bouncing back into his own hands. And bam, there's Skylar Briggs to take him down. So a loss of about 5 on that play brings up 3rd and 15. As you can see, the large signs in the foreground there down on the sidelines, those have pictures on them, like a quadrant of pictures. And that's how they're determining the plays. I'm not sure what the pictures mean or what they're of, but pressure again. But this time Schultz has got somewhere to room, or some room to run. He's taken out of bounds. Tackled by number 38, Cooper Durfee, but there's a flag on the play, and my guess is that's going to be some kind of a personal foul, maybe horse collar or tackling out of bounds. Horse collar tackle is what it is. So that's going to add 15 yards to that run. The 1st and 10, and it's going to be past the midfield line. Big break for San Marcos.
Move those chains. That run by number 11, Carter Schultz, is good for a nice.
So Carter Schultz on the quarterback keeper gained about maybe 7 or 8 yards, I'm thinking, but then got an extra 15. So past the midfield line all the way to the LCC 44.5-yard line, and San Marcos is marching down the field with 3:47 left in the second quarter of play. Schultz with the snap and again bobbled. loss of 4 on the play, maybe 5. Definitely some issues with receiving the ball from the center.
Miss on the exchange is gonna
Or at least
result
it
in a
looks
3-yard
like that.
loss for the Knights. Brings up 2nd and 13.
Definitely seem to be having some difficulties there in the back. As San Marcos is now looking at, what are they looking at? Where's the thing? Turn it the other way. I can't see what it says. Well, the scoreboard says 2nd down. Handoff. Looks like Von Oat. And he's brought down, but
44.
able to gain
Good for about a 2-yard gain.
2, brings up 3rd and 11.
Brought down by number 50.
As the clock ticks down in the first half of play, just under 2:45 left to play. There's all sorts of little things being held up there on the sidelines in San Marcos to signal in the plays. LCC choosing a different format where the quarterback runs to the sidelines to get the plays from the coach. Back to pass. Schultz in trouble, throws it away at the last second. I don't see any flags for intentional grounding, but great pressure from LCC forces Schultz out of the pocket and into trouble where he throws it away. Incomplete pass brings up 4th and 11. And it looks, at least for the moment, that San Marcos is going to go for it. I do not see a punt team, or maybe now we do. So a last-second decision to switch to the punt team. And LCC now making their adjustments to switch to the punt team. 34 back deep to receive. He just barely got onto the field in time. Bounced at the 14, 13-yard line, downed, I think, around the 15. And that's where LCC will take over. Kicker is Chase Dersarkisian, number 28. Dersarkisian. Can almost guarantee that's German because of my German background. But it might not be, I don't know. Twin wideouts to the left and right for Anna Cherico. Number 10, back in the shotgun. He's got a man in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws to the right-hand side. Has a man open who's caught it, and he's got some running room. Maybe enough for the first down. Again, it's number 34, whom is not on my roster.
By number 34, James Theodore.
James Theodore. I need to get a pen. James Theodore.
16, Joshua Ball.
James Theodore. I got to remember that. James Theodore, number 34. So that's enough for a first down for LCC up to the 25-yard line.
Right at a 10-yard gain brings up a new set of downs for La Costa Canyon.
James, what was his name again? Oh, my gosh. James Thorogood? No. Maybe. Handoff. Running room. Enough to get maybe a yard. And that looks like that was number 29 on the carry, Connor Bukes.
Hand off to number 29. Tackled from behind by number 41, Gio Mota.
So LCC, I'm not sure what's going on with the down marker.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The chain gang, the guy who's running the down marker, is holding it like perpendicular to us, so we can't see what the number is. I apologize for that. It's not my fault, but I'm going to apologize for it. Anna Cherico, wide receivers to the left and right. In the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off up the middle for a short gain. Looks like Christian Reynolds, number 4. Gain of about 3, maybe 4. Looking like 3rd and 6. Timeout, San Marcos. 38 seconds left in the second quarter, the first half of play. We do not know what's going to happen in the halftime span of time, but if we can bring you any entertainment that happens here in the stadium, we will do so. In the meantime, we've got just under 40 seconds left here in the first half of play, with LCC leading 14-7. We got the San Marcos band. We got, looks like Lots of kids. I'm not sure, maybe those guys are going to be doing something for halftime, maybe not, but they're certainly getting ready for something. That's a lot of kids to herd over there. Oh, my goodness.
Give us the time one more time, please.
42 seconds. 4-2.
Referees
4-2.
requesting that the play clock be set to 42. And I don't even know where the play clock is. I don't even see it. But now if they're talking about the game clock, it was supposed to be set to 42 seconds. It's now set to 4.2 seconds, which I don't think is what they wanted. So it's an official timeout.
42 seconds, not 4.2. 42 seconds.
Referee correcting the clock operators, saying 42 seconds, not 4.2. So we'll see if they can get that adjusted, because we ain't doing nothing until that happens. As LCC is looking at 3rd and about 6. And I'm sure they'd love to make this conversion. Well, who knows what they're going to do at this point with 42 seconds. Yeah, they could make that 3rd down conversion. Assuming they might have, LCC's got a timeout left, maybe 2. Snap, back to pass, rolling to his right. He's got a man open who nope, and it's incomplete, which will stop the clock. Intended for Ryan Leung.
Intended for number 83.
37 seconds left on the clock. Brings up 4th down. And it looks like La Costa Canyon's going to punt it away. Probably a smart move considering field position. John Restucia in to punt. No pressure from San Marcos whatsoever. Punt is very high and straight up in the air, bounces out of bounds. Saw it hit around the 50, but I don't know if that's where they're going to put it. It looks like they are going to put it at the 50. So that's where San Marcos is going to take over. 1st and 10 with not a whole lot of time left on the clock, but certainly enough to do something if you really want to. But you're watching the Maverick Football Network. Glad to have you aboard. Snap, and plenty of room for Schultz to run, who slides down after getting the 1st down. He's at the 38-yard line, looks like.
12-yard gain.
And they're hurrying up the offense there to try and make something happen. He spikes the ball right there to stop the clock with 19 seconds left. Just shy of 20 seconds technically. And now they're going to get their play figured out. And they're looking at 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line of LCC with very little time left on the clock and decent field position. I would think they're going to have to go to the air unless the defense opens up the gates, the floodgates for Schultz again, and he gets a big run. Back to pass, thrown over the middle. Flag flies. Connor
Intended for number 44, Vonau.
Vonat was the intended receiver. It looked like there was coverage from Cooper Durfee, but flags flying, and that's an indication that we're going to be seeing some pass interference and some more advantage for San Marcos.
Pass interference. Defense, number 38.
So that is, in fact, exactly what happens. So that's an automatic 1st down, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Pass interference on the Mavericks results in a San Marcos Knights 1st down.
So just outside the red zone on the 23-yard line, the San Marcos Knights, with 16.7 seconds left on the clock, are knocking on the door. Probably would love nothing more than to tie up the game before they go into the locker room for halftime. As the boards fly high, and the team is looking to the side and checking their wrist printouts. 2 wideouts to the left and right. 3 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. Nobody in the backfield with Carter Schultz. Takes the shotgun snap. He's back to pass. Pressure from LCC, and he's sacked. Skylar Briggs and number 63, who was the first one to get there, Henry Sanchez, with the pressure. Timeout San Marcos after that. Big time pressure from LCC. So a loss of about 6 on that one.
And number 50, Briggs.
So LCC bringing the pressure and burning just a little bit more time off the clock with only 12.1 seconds left in the half. Like we mentioned before, if there is any halftime entertainment, we will do our absolute best to bring it to you. At this point, we don't have any idea what's going to happen, but we will share it with you if we can. San Marcos looking again at 2 wideouts to the left and 2 to the right. Takes the shotgun snap, back to pass. Looking long over the middle. Overthrows his man, intended receiver. Looks like number 1, Nolan Cummings. But that's going to come up as an incomplete pass and bring up 4th and 15, 16, I think is what I'd said before. 6.6 seconds left on the clock. No, it says 3rd down, so I thought it said 3rd down before, but it says 3rd down now. So with not much time left in the first half of play, San Marcos trying to make something happen. Not able to do so yet, as the coverage from LCC has been fairly solid these last few plays. Twin wideouts to the left and right. 1 man in the backfield with Schultz. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Throwing to his right, over the head of number 10, the intended receiver, Etheridge. And that'll be an incomplete pass and bring up 4th and 16 with 2.5 seconds left in the half. So definitely some struggles going on here with these, either with the routes or with the throws. But San Marcos not able to connect on these last couple of intended pass plays. They were intended pass plays, but they failed. So same set with the wideouts, and the one in the backfield takes the snap, back to pass, pressure, looking for room to run. Flags are flying, throws a Hail Mary into the end zone, and nobody's there to catch it. But there is a flag on the play, so we're going to find out what's going on with that first before we call it the end of the quarter. Holding on the offense, penalties declined, and that brings up the end of the first half. And the score is 14-7. LCC hanging on to a 7-point lead. We will step out of the way as we enter halftime, and like I said, we will bring you whatever festivities we see. And we thank you for joining the stream and going for this ride with us. You're watching the Maverick Football Network.
San Marcos football a huge success. Stick around for our halftime entertainment. Coming up shortly, San Marcos dance teams.
billboard, baby, do a leap and make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for a dance, put them on. If you wanna run away with me, saying I can take it for all. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm with the music don't stop for life. Blinding side, glare in my eyes, shine just the way you like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating.
Up next, we have your JV dance team.
What is that supposed to mean? Oh, I want to see those things. I actually really like them. I really do. I thought I like them.
All my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. No need to kill. Oh yeah. Me and my crew, we got the juice. Oh yeah. So come here, let me into you. Well, some say I'm bossy, cause I am the boss. Buy anything, I don't care what it costs. Stack like casino, I'm running casino. If you're the lieutenant, I'm Diana Ross. All the ladies, on to the left, to the right, down low, take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. To the left, to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction.
Up next, we have your Cavalier dance team. Next, we've got your all-male dance team.
Pan right a little bit, Bobby. Pan right a little bit.
Boop, boop. She always ride with the top down, even when it's cold outside. Ooh, she got the keys to the boutique. She don't do 9 to 5. 100,000 viewers on her IG live. She do it, make a toast to it. You ain't never heard it. In the birthday bag, you ain't never heard it. She going through it. I just wanna tap it, boop, boop, one time. Ooh, just give me one night, I can make her mine. 'Cause I know she done came a long way. She the one drinks the more, don't go to the table. Ooh, you know that your bank account big when it come to weekend, you ain't able. Ooh, she gon' be like, I got it, put $1,000 out of side pocket. Ooh, that little bit of drink you try to buy, stop it. Bottles on me, the coke look like a skyrocket. Pop it.
And up next, your varsity dance team.
All right, coming up soon will be some third quarter action here at San Marcos. But first, we got to take care of some important stuff, and that is our sponsors. In the Platinum category, a brand new sponsor this season, DPT Gas Bar, Doctors of Physical Therapy. Also a brand new sponsor this season, NJB of Encinitas. Also a new sponsor, Moose Maw and C2 Financial Corporation. And our last new sponsor in the Platinum category for this year is Schaefer Family Law Group. Returning as a sponsor for many years now, Vlad the Agent, Vladan Trifunovic from State Farm. And for the second season in a row, our brand new sponsor from the shortened pandemic season in the spring, 0 Point Loans and Brian Reynolds. We thank you very much for your platinum sponsorship. And now let me tell you about our sponsors in the gold category. That's Joshua's Pest Control. And in the green category, we have Breeze Mill Farm, Longevity Physical Therapy, Sports Clips, and City Ballet of San Diego. In the blue category, we have Beam Orthodontics, Jeffrey Schaefer DDS, Bicor, Darcy Capital, Dick's Sporting Goods, EOS, Flippin' Pizza, Fredericks Electric, Jersey Mike's, Jody Gunderson and Earl Curtis, Malloy's Fine Jewelry, Ping, Randy Jolson College Consulting, Seaside Wealth Management, and Yummy Cupcakes. We thank you so much for your sponsorship and your help, standing behind the team all season long. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor or you want to find out more about our current sponsors, just go to the lccfootball.com webpage, go to the Our Sponsors tab, and right there you'll find all the information you need to become a sponsor yourself or to visit the websites of the sponsors, our current sponsors for this season. Once again, we thank our sponsors for standing behind the team and helping us out. We could not do it without you. So coming up shortly, third quarter action here at San Marcos, where the Mavericks are currently leading 14-7. Got a score update from up north in the Bay Area. Cathedral Catholic taking on De La Salle. De La Salle up 28-14, and I'm guessing that's in the third quarter or the beginning of the third quarter or maybe around halftime. But Cathedral trailing De La Salle up in the Bay Area 28-14, and that's courtesy of superfan Ryan Metty, who's been an LCC fan for many, many years and certainly a super fan of the stream. Always chiming in and letting us know what's going on. We appreciate your loyal patronage to the stream and obviously your loyal patronage to the LCC football program for many, many years. So we'll step aside and let the festivities continue as the teams warm up for third quarter action. You're watching the Maverick Football Network. Are you guys ready for third quarter action? Because we are. LCC holding on to a 14-7 lead. Let me tell you how we got there. First quarter, LCC marching down the field, and it didn't take very long at all. Boom, up 7-0. They held that lead all the way through the first quarter, but then in the second quarter, San Marcos, the giant, awoke, and they ended up marching into the end zone, tying the score 7-7. Then a little bit deeper into the second quarter, LCC very methodically marched down the field, 3, 5, 3, 2, 5 yards, and eventually into the end zone, putting the score up to 14-7, and that's where we stand right now as we begin third quarter action with the Knights kicking off to LCC because they deferred after LCC won the toss. Pavir Sikon, I think is our, no, he's not the kicker. Jake DeBora kicking off to start the second half of play. Fielded at the 3-yard line by C.J. Williams. Looking for room around the right side and running out of bounds instead around the 20-yard line. So that's where LCC is going to start this quarter of play. 1st and 10. And it looks like they're spotting it at the 20. So a decent first half of play, not getting too out of hand, keeping it kind of close. Both teams were. But if you're an LCC fan right now, you want that to end and LCC to just take off. Kyle McCormick in at quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off. Christian Reynolds up the middle. He's tackled by number 27. And number 27 is not on my roster, darn it.
Christian Reynolds, brought down by number 27 by the Knights.
And he's not on the roster for the PA announcer either because he just drew a blank trying to give him credit. But it's number 27 in case you were wondering, whoever that is. So LCC looking at, says, see, that's the guy's holding the sign the wrong way. Turn the sign, dude. Should be second and 8. As Christian Reynolds takes the handoff, looking for room around the left-hand side. Pushed out of bounds, maybe after gaining about 4 yards. Oh, you know what? I think I figured it out. I think I figured out why the guy on the chain gang is not facing us with the sign at second. It's second down that he's not showing us because I'm thinking his 2 is broken. That's what I think is happening because now he's facing us and it's 3. And before he turned the sign, I could tell because I had an angle on it that it was on 3. Pass is complete, but tackled immediately is Nick Schwarte. Getting a little bit chippy. Ty Clark on the tackle. He was right there.
Immediately by 23, Ty Clark for a loss.
So a loss of about 4 yards, and that brings up 4th and 7. And it looks like the LCC punt team is in. So that's going to be Mr. Rastusha. John Rastusha. No pressure from San Marcos. The kick is off. It's solid. All the way down and fielded at the 46-yard line. Thomas Muller with the reception, no return. But that's where San Marcos is going to take over, and they're going to have a fresh set of downs and a decent amount of field to clear. Starting at the 45, at their own 45-yard line instead of the 46.
First drive of the second half from their own 45-yard line.
So, like to thank our crack crew. Gilberg on the visuals now, under the watchful eye of Coco. Bubba in the end zone, covering the end zone angle that you guys don't get to enjoy. And myself, Steve Scoville, on the broadcast duties. Glad you could be with us. Hope you're enjoying the stream. As Schultz, nope, it's not Schultz now. It's number 9 in at quarterback, Emmett Brown, who hands it off to Mr. 44, Caden Vonnet, who's got a gain of about 1, maybe 2. And so yes, I'm gonna confirm that the chain gang, the guy who normally shows us what down it is, his number 2 must be broken, because every second down he turns it away from us. So it's 2nd and 8 from the 47-yard line. Emmett Brown in at quarterback, taking the shotgun snap, back to pass, throwing to his right-hand side to a wide open, oh my goodness, a wide open but not prepared to catch the ball was maybe number 16. Number 10, Christian Etheridge. There was coverage in the area, but he was open, but not able to bring it in. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Knights.
Three wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Caden Vonnet in the backfield with Emmett Brown in at quarterback. Takes a shotgun snap, back to pass. Throwing across the middle to a wide open, streaking Etheridge, who's got room to run and finally gets taken down by, looks like number 25 is making the tackle, Rowan Gurung. Big gain on that one. 1st and 10 all the way up to the LCC 20-yard line. So San Marcos with a deep pass all the way down to the red zone.
That's good for a nice 1st down.
Solid pass across the middle to a wide open Christian Etheridge. Similar setup here, twin wideouts to the left and right. Man in the backfield with Emmett Brown. Takes a snap, back to pass. Pressure, throws over the middle. Looked like he hit one of the LCC players in the back of the head. Ball falls incomplete.
Pass broken up by number 65, Andrew Prentice.
PA announcers giving number 65 on LCC the credit for breaking that up, Andrew Prentice. And I'm pretty sure if he did break it up, he broke it up with the back of his head. But that's okay. Whatever it takes, right? Brings up 2nd and 10, and you can tell that because the down dude has got the sign turned away from us. That was beginning to make me angry until I now understand why. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left for Emmett Brown. 1 man in the backfield, the dreaded Caden Vonot, who's been chipping away at the LCC defense here all night. But we're going to the air again. Open, not open. Great coverage. Was number 1 was the intended receiver. Looking to see who the coverage was. Nolan Cummings was a receiver. I'm going to say 20. Oh, what? So I did not even see the flag on the play, but Skylar Briggs getting called for roughing the quarterback, roughing the passer. Personal foul, so that's going to be half the distance to the goal and a huge advantage for San Marcos as they were looking at 3rd and 10. Now they're looking at 3rd and 1.
After the personal foul, that brings up 1st and goal from the 10-yard line for the Knights.
So 1st and goal now from the 10. So huge advantage for San Marcos. As Schultz is back in at quarterback, he takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, throws it off to the flats right in front of him. Gain of about 3 yards. No, gain of about 2. Intended receiver was 13. Braden Wellong, who caught that little short pass over the middle there. The words are escaping me what kind of a throw that was. Just a little toss. As San Marcos is
2nd and goal for your San Marcos Knights.
Looking at 2nd and goal from the 9. Schultz in at quarterback still. Takes the snap, it's bobbled, it's dropped and picked up by Vonnet, who's met by just about everybody on the defensive line and taken down. I'm going to say a loss of about 2.
Ball carried by Caden Vonout.
Vonout. Monette.
Scrambles back to the line of scrimmage.
They're saying he got back to the line of scrimmage. I'm saying it's a loss of 2.
Tackled by number 7 and 27 of the Mavericks. Third and goal just outside the 10.
Henry Verco and Ethan, where's his last name? Ethan Sherman, credited with the tackle. Tackle for a loss. Once again, another bobbled snap. That's not the first tonight. My guess is it won't be the last. Emmett Brown now in at quarterback. Takes the snap, he's back to pass. Looking to his left, throwing to an open 16 who almost had it. He just had one step on his defender. I'm thinking that's 16.
Number 16 Ball.
Yep. Joshua Ball was the intended receiver.
25 Grung on the breakup.
And Rowan Gurung on the breakup, the pass breakup.
It's
going to bring up a field goal attempt.
For the field goal attempt.
Charlie Rosenthal in to attempt the 25-yarder, maybe 23-yarder, and it's good.
The kick by Rosenthal is good. Just under 7 minutes left in the third quarter brings our score. Costa Canyon 14, San Marcos Knights 10.
So San Marcos able to add to their score with the 3 points for the 23-yard field goal. Brings the score 14-10. 6:52 left in the third quarter as LCC still leads by 4. You're watching the Maverick Football Network on Neon Night. San Marcos kicking off to LCC, and that's deep, but it did not make it into the end zone, so fielded on the 1. CJ Williams on the run, a flag on the play. He bumps into a San Marcos player at the 34-yard line and goes down there, but there is a flag on the play. So I'm going to say maybe holding, considering on where the flag is at. So if it's holding, it's coming back. Oh, even worse. So an ugly penalty, personal foul, a block in the back.
Illegal chop block against the Mavericks.
Block in the back, illegal chalk block, blindside block, blindside, whatever. Anyway, 9-yard line is where LCC is going to start up, 1st and 10. Not the way they wanted to start that, I'm sure. CJ Williams did a decent amount of work to get them upfield on that return. But such is the way it goes. Handoff up the middle. Not a whole lot going on. Pretty much the whole defensive line was waiting. And that's Tackett on the run up the middle. Jaden Tackett, number 45.
By number 45, Tackett. Hit by a wall.
Kyle McCormick in at quarterback currently.
Led by number 85.
Running the play back in from the sidelines.
Nate Shakenmore. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Mavericks. McCormick takes the shotgun snap, hands it off. Up the middle is Tackett again, this time gaining about 5.
Ball carried by 45, Tackett.
Brings up 3rd and 5. 5:47 and counting left in the third quarter. LCC wanting to get out of this deep deep spot on the field.
3rd down and 5.
The words are not coming to me. It's not the first time. Decent sized crowds for both teams tonight. You can hear the student section here at San Marcos, on this side of the field at least. Snap, the pass, found an open man who's knocked out of bounds, but enough for the first down. Looks like 13 on the reception, Desi Lewis.
Pass caught by number 13, Lewis.
So LCC going with the no huddle, the hurry up offense.
Tackle by number 1, Nolan Cummings.
Handoff, Tackett to the left. Gain of about 1, looks like. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pass goes free up. Handoff to number 45, Tackett. Hit by number 27, Kabir Sekou. Short gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
Anna Cherico in at quarterback now. Back to pass. Dumps it off over the middle to Christian Reynolds for maybe a gain of about 1.
Pass to number 4.
Nope.
Immediately wrapped up by
Loss
number
of about a
27,
half a yard.
Kabir Sekou. No gain.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for
Brings
LCC.
up 3rd and 8.
It's a big conversion. LCC needs this one to keep things going, obviously. Anna Cherico in and he's going to take the shotgun snap. Back to pass and ends up handing it off instead, but San Marcos sniffed that one out. Christian Reynolds brought down after a gain of about 1. That'll bring up 4th down and probably going to see the punt team here for LCC. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So not able to do anything with that series. LCC is going to have to kick this one away. San Marcos has not been bringing any pressure on punts. They're just kind of letting them go. As they do again. Punt is high, good distance. Bounces at the 39-yard line. Takes an excellent bounce for LCC. Rolls all the way down to the 31-yard line. And that's where San Marcos is going to take over.
Let the ball go.
1st and 10.
Down to the 31-yard
2:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. LCC hanging on to a 4-point lead, 14-10. You're watching the Maverick Football Network.
Knights fans, if we can have your attention, please. We need Hope McFarland to go to the front of the gym. Young child, Hope McFarland, go to the front of the gym field house.
Emmett Brown in at quarterback again. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. 1 man in the backfield. Takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to number 44, who's on the run, on the loose, all the way up to the LCC 30-yard line, where he's brought down by 3 Mavericks. Man, he has been just chipping away at the LCC defense tonight.
The Mavericks 30-yard line.
Huge run.
Brought down by number 3 and number 9 of La Costa Canyon.
40-yard run for Caden Bonnet.
First down.
All the way up to the LCC 30 where they get a whole fresh set of downs. Knocking on the door again. San Marcos refuses to lay down. Emmett Brown takes the snap, back to pass, pressure. Throws it off to the right-hand side, nobody there. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10.
Emmett Brown scrambling, gets rid of the ball.
Good pressure from LCC, but
Gonna bring up 2nd and 10 for the Knights.
didn't get him that time. Two wideouts to the left and to the right. One man in the backfield. Looks like it's Emmett Brown still in at QB. And there's a jump. False start on San Marcos. Back him up 5 yards. Bring up 3rd and 15. 2nd and 15, sorry. Still dealing with the broken down marker. That he turns sideways when it's 2nd down because his 2 is malfunctioning, apparently. Same setup. With the man in motion this time. Back to pass is Emmett Brown. Throws it off to the right-hand side. There's nobody there. Just throwing it away to get rid of it. No flags. Okay. So as far as the referees are concerned, somebody was in the area, so not intentional grounding. But it is incomplete. Still brings up 3rd and 15. Just a bit over 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter of play. Can hear the San Marcos band, pep band. Sounded good tonight. Emmett Brown still in at quarterback. He's been going to the air a lot of the time, but he also had a solid handoff to Vonnet. And he's going to the air again, back to pass. Pressure on the run, dumps it off over the middle, but I didn't see anybody there. Thinking Skylar Briggs brought the pressure, number 50. And that brings up 4th and 15. So we'll see if San Marcos decides to go for it. They do not. Here comes the punt team in a hurry. Chase Dare Sarkisian into punt. Pressure from LCC, but he got it off. Out of bounds at around the 16-yard line. We'll see where they actually spot this.
The kick by Dare Sarkisian goes out of bounds at the Mavericks.
Maybe at the 12. That's where they're going to spot it, at the 12, and that's where LCC is going to take over. They got their work cut out for them, don't they? 1 minute, 51 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. LCC hanging on to that 4-point lead and wanting to make some progress here with this not so awesome field position. 1st and 10 from their own 11.5-yard line. McCormick in at quarterback. Shotgun snap. He's back to pass. Looking right. Pressure. Throws to the right. Out of bounds, unfortunately. Number 47, the intended receiver, Jake Fromm. But he was out of bounds and got shoved out of bounds. Wasn't able to reel it in anyway. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Defended well by number 5, Josh Boozer. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap, handoff, up the middle. Christian Reynolds, gain of about 5, maybe 4.
By number 4, Reynolds.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Brought down by number 52.
Clock still
Christian
ticking with 1 minute
Volta.
30 left in the 3rd quarter. Wideouts to either side for McCormick, 1 man in the backfield. Shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, looking left, running now. Gets up to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of about a yard.
Down at the line of scrimmage.
So quarterback keeper gets him 1, and it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3
Christian
now.
Volta. Brings up 4th and 4 for the Mavericks.
And at least for the moment, they're going for it. McCormick back at the sidelines, taking the play from head coach Sean Sovacool. And it appears they are, in fact, going to go for it as they run up to the line of scrimmage. My guess is they're going to try a hard count to get San Marcos to jump. And then they'll take the, and under center now goes McCormick. Still trying to draw San Marcos. Seems to be some confusion, and my guess is the delay of game penalty is going to come. Back them up a little bit, and they'll punt anyway. So trying to draw him off. 4.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Didn't work. So the punt team comes on. Oh, they're calling it a 5-yard penalty for a false start instead of a delay of game. So that is going to, in fact, back them up. Brings up 4th and 8. And the punt team is in. John Restucia standing in his own end zone to kick this one away. But again, San Marcos has not been bringing the pressure all night. So the kick is away. It's straight up in the air, not too deep. Bounces at the 41-yard line and goes all the way across midfield to the other 42-yard line, where it'll be downed and the quarter clock has run out, and we're now entering the fourth quarter of play, and that's where LCC is going to take over on their own 42-yard line. Excuse me, San Marcos is going to take over on their own 42-yard line. 1st and 10. LCC holding on to that 14-10 lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, that closes out the third quarter with our score.
And you're watching the Maverick Football Network. Student section celebrating Neon Night for LCC, and the San Marcos student section celebrating, I think, Hawaiian Night or Tropical Night or something along those lines. Lots of Hawaiian print and Hawaiian leis being worn by the San Marcos student section. As San Marcos takes over now, 1st and 10 on their own 42. As we start the fourth quarter of play here at San Marcos. Emmett Brown in at quarterback for San Marcos. He's got wideouts on either side. One man in the backfield with him. He takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to number 44. Caden Vonout, who is taken down for a 2-yard loss, as LCC sniffed that one out and met him in the backfield. 2nd and 12 now. As you can see on the far sideline, the signals being brought in by the defensive coordinator and defensive assistant coaches for LCC. They're calling in the defensive plays with hand signals. Emmett Brown, 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield, shotgun, snap, back to pass, throwing immediately to the right, to the left-hand side. He had a man open who was able to bring it in and get some yards after the catch. Looks like number 1, Nolan Cummings, all the way up to the LCC 42, 44. So across the midfield line and a fresh set of downs for San Marcos. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. San Marcos putting some pressure on LCC's defense. It's not a big lead that LCC's hanging on to right now, so the defense needs to pay some mind to San Marcos. Brown takes the low shotgun snap, hands it off to Vonnet, who's got some running room and keeps making people miss, and he's all the way up to the 29-yard line. And another first down, but he's still down.
By number 44, Caden Vonout for another Knights first down.
Or somebody is down. I don't know if it's Vonout. It does look like it's Vonout who is down. So it's going to be an official timeout. Let's talk about the upcoming schedules for these two teams. San Marcos looking at a bye week this coming Friday. And then that week is going to be followed by a game at San Pascual. October 8th is going to bring Carlsbad into San Marcos, followed by the October 15th game at El Camino, the October 22nd game at Torrey Pines, and finishing up the regular season with a visit from the Mission Hills Grizzlies. LCC's schedule coming up, the same bye week on the 24th, followed by an October 1st contest against El Camino at LCC. Then LCC travels to Oceanside to take on the Pirates. October 15th is going to bring Valley Center into Carlsbad for a contest against LCC, followed by a trip to Carlsbad on October 22nd, and ending the season with the notorious Beach Bowl, where Torrey Pines will visit LCC. So that's what we got coming up in the weeks to come. And that'll take us to the end of the season. Of course, after the October 29th games, that's where playoffs will start. As San Marcos is now looking at 1st and 10 from the LCC 29-yard line. Brown takes the shotgun snap. He's back to pass. He's got a man wide open. Nolan Cummings had a step or two on his defender, not able to reel it in. It was just slightly overthrown.
Just out of reach.
San Marcos crowd got excited about that one as we were up here holding our breath. And there is a flag on the play. LCC called for a face mask. Interesting, the face mask was done to a lineman. Interesting. So LCC giving up another crucial penalty that puts San Marcos in the red zone on the LCC 14-yard line, looking at 1st and 10. 10 minutes left, just over 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And LCC making crucial mistakes in the wrong places. Brown takes the snap, hands it off. Nowhere to go for number 22, for number 22, Emmett Hansen with the carry, but he wasn't able to get anything, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 14, loss of 4. Skylar Briggs on the tackle for LCC.
Loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 13.
Brown still in at quarterback. Wide receivers out on the left and right. One man in the backfield. Vonnet is not in the game currently. My guess is he's getting stretched out somewhere. Back to pass. Over the middle. Incomplete. Intended receiver number 19. Caden Woolwine.
Pass intended for number 15.
Solid coverage from LCC. Not able to thread that needle. So that'll bring up 3rd and 14.
Sherman brings up 3rd down for the Knights.
Sherman on the coverage for LCC. Ethan Sherman, number 7. According to the PA announcer, I didn't happen to catch that. Still on the LCC 18-yard line, looking at 3rd and 14. Emmett Brown in at quarterback. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. 1 man in the backfield. It's not Vonat. Not Vonat. Back to pass. Pressure. Looking to the right, throwing it over. Overthrowing. No flags. Coverage is Cooper Durfee.
Pass intended for 22,
Hansen was the intended receiver again. It's going to bring up 4th and 14. And I'm wondering if San Marcos has got a kicker with the boot to put in the, yeah, they should be able to do that, 28-yarder. Is that what it is? No, 35-yarder. And a lot of crowd noise. Kick is up. I don't know if it was touched, but it was way short. Cooper Durfee bringing some pressure. Skylar Briggs.
Field goal attempt is blocked, but there's a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. I don't see it, but there's supposedly a flag on the play. And they're acting like there's a flag on the play. So I wonder if it's roughing the kicker. Roughing the kicker against LCC. Oh my goodness. So roughing the kicker penalty is going to give San Marcos the first down they really wanted. So San Marcos with a fresh set of downs.
Drive continues.
On the 14-yard line of LCC. Crucial penalties in really bad places for LCC. They're playing aggressive, and that's wonderful. I'd love to see that. But this roughing the passer, roughing the kicker, blocking the back, face masks, this kind of stuff is ridiculous, and especially this deep into the red zone. Emmett Brown in at quarterback, and Caden Vonnet is back in at running back. Back to pass. Brown looking to the left. He's got a man open. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, San Marcos. Cannot see who the receiver was, but in the end, it doesn't matter. It's just a touchdown, right?
That's a San Marcos touchdown.
Exactly what LCC did not want.
Rosenthal in for the PAT.
Charlie Rosenthal in for the point after. Kick is up and good. So San Marcos with the switch in momentum.
9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Going up by 3. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. San Marcos up 3, 17-14. You're watching the Maverick Football Network. Well, LCC is definitely committing some crucial penalties in some crucial places, kind of hurting themselves. This is definitely their game to win, but they've decided to give it to San Marcos, at least for the moment. There's still plenty of game to play, but they cannot continue with these crazy penalties deep in the red zone, giving San Marcos basically freebies as San Marcos kicks off to LCC. Fielded by C.J. Williams at the 6-yard line. He's looking to take it to the house, I'm sure. He hasn't had the chance to yet. All the way up to the 42-yard line, where he's brought down by several San Marcos Knights. So that's where LCC is going to start their next offensive series and hopefully be able to make some progress. LCC needs to turn off the penalties and turn on the offense. Looking like, is that Anna Chirico? No. Maybe Nick Schwarte? Or was it Anna Chirico? Anna Chirico. Nick Schwarte with the direct snap. Got back up to the line of scrimmage. So no gain. Anna Chirico back in at quarterback. Twin wideouts to the left and right. One man in the backfield. Takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, throws to the right-hand side to a wide-open number 47 who just needs to run his butt off to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Mavericks. Jake Fromm on the reception and the yards after catch all the way into the end zone.
Pass caught by number 47, Jake Fromm. Taken in for an LCC touchdown.
That's the way to recover right there as LCC goes up by 3. Bobby Major in for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. So just like that, LCC says, nope, we're not going away either. So LCC in the lead now, 21-17. That 4-point lead they got back. So now hopefully they can keep the penalties away and bring some more offense like that and finish this thing up. 8:07 left in the fourth quarter. LCC up by 4, 21-17. You're watching the Maverick Football Network. Shout out to our crack crew, Coco, Jill Berg, Bubba, and myself, Steve Scoville. Jill Berg on the visuals now, Bob on the snacks, Coco on the snacks, Bubba in the end zone. Having a good time here in San Marcos as LCC retakes the lead. Bobby Major in to kick for LCC. Kick is up, a little bit shorter than normal. Bounces at the 20 and out of bounds at the 15. Looks like they'll spot it at the 15 and a half. And that's where the San Marcos Knights will take over. 1st and 10. Nope. 35-yard line, is that what he said? If that's the case, I don't have a clue. Okay, 35-yard line. Kick went out of bounds. I know that, so maybe that's why that happened. But so San Marcos.
Knights take over 1st and 10 from their own 35.
Getting a little chillier out here in San Marcos tonight. Great night for football, though. Emmett Brown back in at quarterback. Actually, I don't think he's been out in a while. Takes a snap, hands it off. Number 20 got a new running back, flag on the play. Looked like Lucas Miller in there, maybe. Lucas Miller on the run. Holding on the offense. So it's still going to be 1st down, but that's going to be a nasty penalty. It's 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So we'll see where they walk that off to. Well, San Marcos thought they were going to go and snap the ball, but nothing doing. They got to back them up first. So 25-yard line now. San Marcos is ready to go. Trying to draw LCC off maybe. Didn't work. San Marcos looking for a different play now, coming in from the sidelines using those big signs. Shotgun snap, back to pass, throwing to the right. Flag on the play. Christian Etheridge, the intended receiver. Coverage by C.J. Williams, but he's going to get called for PI. I would not agree with that. I thought they were just kind of tangled up, running together. But that's my opinion. And you didn't come here for my football analytics, I can assure you that. The referees are talking it over, though. I wonder if there's even the slight possibility that this gets picked up. I do not. Let's see what the white hat says.
That's interference. Defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
The LCC crowd not liking that call. Not sure I'm very fond of it either, but it happened and it's not going to change. I think that's one lesson to learn about football, is that never seen a call overturned. Holy, what's going on here now? Referee just picked up the ball. He's walking it back. This is where I get confused. Okay, now they're walking it back. Okay, now they're walking it forward. Is this the Keystone Cops? What are we watching here? I'm not sure what's going on. I don't think, okay. Isn't that where we were? No? Whatever? Okay, so we're on the 40-yard line of San Marcos after the penalty, and that brings up 1st and 5. Wow, that was incredibly confusing. But hey, fun, huh? Brown takes the shotgun snap, hands it off. Gaining a couple of yards is Lucas Miller. Brought down by Skylar Briggs. I'm going to say Andrew Prentice was in on that one as well, 65. So brings up 2nd and 3 for San Marcos. 2 wideouts on the left and the right. 1 man in the backfield with Emmett Brown. Takes the snap and a man in motion. Oh my goodness. All sorts of stuff going on that one. False start on the offense, so San Marcos is going to get backed up 5 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8. Second and 8 now. Same setup, 2 wideouts to the left and right, 1 man in the backfield. It is not Vonnet. I'm sure LCC's relieved to see that. He's been chipping away at us all night long. Man in motion, handed off to, looked like number 20, who stopped in the backfield. Probably a loss of about 2, maybe.
Hand off to 20, Miller.
And that was Lucas Miller on the carry.
Number 50, Briggs, right in there.
Cooper Durfee with the stop. 3rd and 11. It appears from the 34-yard line of San Marcos. 6:09 left in the game. LCC holding on to a slim 4-point lead. They can't sleep on these guys. San Marcos isn't going to lay down. An important 3rd down for San Marcos as LCC's crowd is turning it up. Back to pass. Emmett Brown's got a man open. Christian Etheridge on the right-hand side. Catches it at about the 39 or 40-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down, but a gain of about 6.
Pushed out of bounds by number 38, Dufree.
Cooper Durfee on the shove out of bounds, preventing the 1st down. And the punt team runs on for San Marcos in a hurry, trying to get it off before the play clock runs out. Pressure from LCC. Punt is up. It's solid. It's distance, good bounce, then a bad bounce. Down at the 27-yard line by 34.
Down by the Knights.
That's Gavin Allen. So LCC will take over right there at their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10. 5:32 left in the 4th quarter. LCC again with that slim 4-point lead. They want to take that one home on the bus. So got to put an end to the penalties and start adding up the yardage. Twin wideouts on the left and right for Anna Cherico. One man in the backfield. Shotgun snap, hands it off up the middle. Christian Reynolds for nothing. Maybe they give him one for that, not sure. Yep, they give him one. 2nd and 9. Maybe LCC is going to go with the grind offense at this point, not go for the big plays, just go for the 3s and the 4s, getting it done that way. That was the series that got them the 2nd touchdown of the game in the 2nd quarter. Wideouts on the left and right. 3 men in the backfield with Anicherico. You got all sorts of options to choose from. Handoff up the middle. Christian Reynolds with about a 5-yard gain that time. All the way up to the 34-yard line of LCC. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Brought down by number 23.
3rd and 4, actually.
Brings up a 3rd and 5.
San Marcos crowd has gotten quite quiet. Except for one guy clapping to my left. Takes the shotgun snap. It's direct to Nick Schwarde. Looking for room and finds a little bit. Probably a gain of about 3. Looking like he was reaching as he went down to try and get that first down, but the spot not going to happen. So that's going to be a 4th and short. 4th and about a yard for LCC. See if head coach Sean Sovacool decides to go for it. 3:47 and counting left in the 4th quarter. The San Marcos crowd has become quiet. The pep band is still going. As LCC runs up quick to the line of scrimmage. And offsides on San Marcos. That's exactly what they wanted. And that'll give us the first down. LCC the first down. So fresh set of downs for LCC as they continue their march up the field with only 3.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Hanging on to that slim 4-point lead.
Penalty results in first down for LCC.
Is that McCormick in now? Yep. Connor McCormick back in at quarterback. 2 men in the backfield, couple of wideouts. Handoff. Christian Reynolds up the middle. He found some room. He got about 6 or 7 on that one. Solid run for Christian Reynolds. Brought down by number 4, Jake Hackett.
Brought down after a 5-yard gain by number 4.
Clock still counting.
For the Knights.
2:47 and counting left in the 4th quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
LCC would be okay with going home with this current score, but would like to see them put some more points on the board if they can. But the clock is ticking. Under center is McCormick this time. 2 men in the backfield, a wideout on either side. He's looking, pointing, takes a snap, hands it off to the fullback, who's met in the backfield and taken down immediately. Loss of about, that's Tackett. And it looks like they're going to spot him.
Number 5, Chad Boozer. 22, Hanson.
Timeout San Marcos, trying to figure out where they're going to spot the ball.
And 27.
Looks like at the 45-yard line. I honestly can't remember where it was before.
Brings up a 3rd down.
But it's a 3rd down and 8
7
for LCC. LCC in the neon student section, looking solid. Lots of people. Good show, good crowd in the just the fan section as well. You know, we are still in pandemic times, so it's always great to see a nice sized crowd. It's great to be back in the stadium with a crowd. as LCC's looking at an important third down conversion. San Marcos crowd's making noise now. Anna Cherico, man in motion, takes a shotgun snap, back to pass, got a man open. Don't know if he picked it up or not, but it doesn't matter. It was not enough for the first down. And that looks like that was 13, Desi Lewis, bringing up 4th and 3. Timeout, San Marcos. With 1:54 left on the clock, LCC still leading 21-17. You're watching the Maverick Football Network.
Brings up a 4th and 3 for LCC after this timeout.
Don't hold on to your neck.
Want to once again thank my crack video crew, Gilberg, Coco, and Bubba. All volunteers putting in a Friday night as the San Marcos crowd gets loud. 4th and 3 for LCC. Lots of options in the backfield as Anna Cherico goes under center. Maybe trying to draw him off. Switching sides, people moving around. In the shotgun again. Still trying to draw San Marcos off. And that's got to be a delay of game. That will likely bring in the punt team. Did not take any time off the clock, but I guess it's worth a try to see if you can get them to jump. They did not. So LCC is going to punt it away. And the punt is away. Hits at the 22-yard line. Takes a great bounce for LCC all the way down to the 6. Solid punt for John Restucia. $1:42 left in the fourth quarter. LCC still holding on to that 4-point lead, 21-17. Hoping they can take it all the way home. So after that solid punt, San Marcos sitting on their own 6-yard line with 1 minute and 42 seconds left on the clock to try and do something. The LCC's got to watch the penalties. They got to, and a flag flies. What's this going to be? I'm guessing it's going to be, is it too many men on the field? Okay. LCC with too many men on the field. Come on. That's what we're talking about. The penalties are killing LCC tonight. So a gain of 5 yards for San Marcos.
After the penalty, Knights starting with
first and 5 at the 10-yard line. So all of a sudden, they're not backed up like they were before. Brown in the shotgun, back to pass, throwing to the left, to the right sideline. Unable to reel it in is Etheridge.
Pass intended for number 10, Etheridge.
Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 5 now for San Marcos. Couple of seconds ticked off the clock, 1:37 left. LCC needing to turn up the discipline. No more penalties. And cover the deep balls. Shotgun snap to Brown, looking to his left, throwing immediately, and a bullet intended for number 1, Nolan Cummings, but the coverage was solid over there by C.J. Williams. And
Pass intended for number
Cummings
1.
was not able to reel that one in. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Broken up by
LCC's
number 23,
defense
Taylor.
closing the gaps here. And I apologize, I'm thinking maybe that wasn't C.J. Williams over there. I'm not sure who that is. It's a lot easier to see the numbers on the near sideline. So San Marcos looking at 3rd and 5. Back to pass, pressure, sacked. Skylar Briggs with the ever important sack.
Timeout. San Marcos, their third and final timeout.
Okay, so was that a timeout called before the snap?
Backfield by number 50, Briggs
Or they?
for LCC.
Okay, so the sack is solid,
Brings up San Marcos 4th down.
but San Marcos called timeout. That's strange. I guess maybe the sack wouldn't have stopped the clock. But anyway, brings up 4th and 9 now for San Marcos. Back on their own 9-yard line. LCC just needs to tighten the screws a little bit more and hang on for one more play. And they could end up taking this win home on the bus. And it sounds like the crowd believes they can do it. I've had the wrong possession up the whole time. I apologize for that. It is San Marcos possession. Okay, so LCC defense just got to hold on for one more play. 4th and 9, Emmett Brown in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on either side of him. Back to pass, looking left, throwing long. He's got a man open, almost pulled it in. It was number 1 again, Nolan Cummings, but he's not able to bring that one in. Coverage by
Pass intended for number 1, Nolan Cummings. Incomplete.
coverage by maybe 23,
LCC
Anthony
takes
Taylor
the
maybe.
offense.
So LCC will take over on downs in the red zone. That's the last opportunity San Marcos was going to have. So we have an official timeout for a player down. Okay, must be in the end zone. I don't see him. But that looks like that'll do it for San Marcos. All LCC needs to do is take care of the ball and not commit ridiculous penalties, and they'll be able to take this W home. Looks like LCC's in the victory formation, where they'll take a knee. It's Anna Cherico in there. So he'll take a knee, probably going to have to take a few. Obviously going to have to take a few, but that will likely do it. Clock is counting down. Looks like maybe one more knee will do it. Or maybe it's going to be a delay of game penalty and then one more knee. What's going on? Sure, why not? And Anna Cherico takes one more knee, and that's going to do it as LCC manages to take home the win from San Marcos with a 4-point lead, 21-17. Solid game by both teams, but LCC manages to take home the W. We sure appreciate you guys being along for the ride. Hope you enjoyed the stream and the game. We will be back next week, we will be by next week, and then we'll be back the week after that. So hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed being along for the ride with us on the Maverick Football Network. We'll see you at the next game 2 weeks from tonight. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the fourth quarter. Our final score, LCC 21, San Marcos Knights 17. Thank you for coming out tonight's football tonight. Travel safe going home.